Okay. What they doing outside? Anyway. Oh, jeez, my fucking. All right, listen, we're gonna keep it going, ignoring the honking, because hopefully it's not being picked up. I'm so sorry if it is. My bad. I'll try to edit honking off or whatever, but it's just ridiculous. I don't know what they're doing. Literally, it's like as soon as they hit record, bam. Hope you guys are doing great. It's Wuthering Waves first reset. Recently just hit Union rank 30 like last night on stream. I think it's just not the appropriate time for me to actually talk about my thoughts on the game. I did also beat the story a day before. Thought it was amazing, to say the least. If I had to like rank like 1.0 stories between like the gacha games I've played, like what Wuthering Waves, Genshin, and uh HSR, definitely. HSR definitely set the standard. Wuthering Waves is right there. Genshin, I'm sorry, it's number three. There's reasons why I put it at number three, but like that's just me. If you watch me for a long time playing Genshin, you know why. But yeah, honestly, the story was great. You probably heard it from most people. You're gonna hear it from me too. The story is not all that great leading into it, which I feel like that's definitely Kuro Games is what they'll learn from this. They'll learn from this. Talk about better storytelling, the voice acting. You already heard from everybody else. You're gonna hear it from me too. And this is my headcanon in a way. That one segment in the story. I'm sorry if you haven't reached that point. If you're watching this, and you haven't beat the story. You haven't gotten to past what, part 6 of the story. Listen. Why are you here? Why are you here? I'm gonna be talking about the story. I'm gonna be talking about it. But anyway, um, that one segment. I think it was in part 3. I assume when it was when you're going through the Grand Library. I talked about it on stream, but like, holy god, when when your rover was chatting, oh my god, it was it was bad. But in my opinion, in my head canon, I feel like it was bad on purpose in that segment. In that particular segment, it was bad. Why is it autofocus? I'm right here. I feel like it was bad only because if you know, we were trying to trap Scar, so I feel like in that instance, it was just bad on purpose, where we were just playing an act. You know what I mean? Which, in my opinion, I like cool. That's one excuse for it being bad, in my opinion. That's so. Everything else, Curl Games already came out and said that what they were talking about, and they're in agreement that and gave reasons as to why it was a certain way and what the directions they were going for. And I'm glad they're going to be adjusting it in future like updates, which is good. It's great. I'm familiar with changes to like voice acting and how characters would voice. Like I said, I mentioned Genshin prior. Genshin has done this before. They did this with Barbara, Lisa. The voice acting changed prior. So I'm okay with that. It's fine. Even Tainari changed prior to a year now. I've been streaming Genshin. I was glazing the combat so much. Not for anything. I do like the combat in Genshin. I think it's very I don't would intuitive be the right phrasing? Fucking damn. What? The combat itself, I feel like, for Wuthering Waves, is definitely nice. It's smooth. The one thing I have, like the small complaint I have with it, is just I feel like the camera movements with the echoes and when you shift into them, I feel like could be a little bit better, a little bit fine tuned. It is a little jarring to me at least. It could be just a skill issue on my part with the echoes I'm using between like what the boss ape with the log and then the crownless when you're flying around and one of the other bosses where you're like what I think it's like a three-headed bird and you're just flying. It's jarring to me. So I my attention span is just like all over the place. I just my brain just shuts off and I just have no idea what the fuck's going on. But the camera angles is just all over the place. Combat's fun though. I like it. It's dope. I just think it's a little bit jarring to me. My things with the bugs, it gets pretty common all around. I've talked about it in my last video. I'm playing stuttering waves. uh, I think like I don't have this much of an issue playing games really, but this is probably just like my issue rather than Kuro's issue. I've seen gameplay even at times like my game hitches, but I feel like it's either really maybe my system or maybe it's really my ping because I see it flare. Like right now, if I change over because I'm playing it right now, I'm at green and I'm streaming. It flares between yellow and red. So in my part, it could really just be me having these issues. Which, in my honest opinion, hey, it is what it is, you know. So that being said, my last video, I'm grateful that at least it got a lot, I got a little bit of traction. I'm grateful that I'm at least trying to at least do as much as help as I can because some people aren't that well versed in knowing these things. If people are, cool. If not, hey, mess around the settings. These are where you can find them. What you can do to do better. Awesome. That's all it is. People in the comments when you want to put in there what you think could help out. That's awesome. That's even better. That's really the point of that video. I am really grateful about Kuro Games and how they're handling Wuthering Waves. The amount of updates that they're pushing out is amazing. I don't know what it's like to develop a game. I don't know how that would go all about, but I have really high hopes in the game actually being very prosperous. So there's that. They've been really apologetic and they've really just thrown out a bunch of rewards left, right, and center, a bunch of goodies, everything. I can't complain. Like if they know they fucked up and they will compensate. And that's perfectly fine. So everything else is here. I'm just running it low. I'm still messing with settings prior. I'm trying to do as much research as possible to make sure the game isn't as heavy in terms of everything else for me. But I like to play on high sense with my mouse only because I have minimal room for my mouse. So that's just me. But when it comes to the UI like this, like see how far I'm dragging my mouse? Like it's it's very like it's not very great. Now most games are can allow you to use the keyboard to at least adjust it yourself, but in this you can't do that. I wish you could, but you can't. Hopefully later on they put up a patch or maybe they allow us to do it later down the line. Maybe it's just a minor thing, but this is just me how I feel about it. But that's neither here nor there. Other than that, I want there to be like similar to HSR and Genshin, like an actual collection. Like maybe I'm missing it. Like you have it for the database, and maybe I'm not just looking at the menus correctly, but you're not really able to view all of the characters. Like there's not like an actual collection page of the characters that you have slash don't have obtained, the date you got them. Again, minor thing. It's whatever. I kind of wish they add that, but that's my opinion. That's my thing. Other adjustments I wish that they have with the game. I know I praise the movement, combat, and such like that. I want to just go back there a little bit. I don't like how there's no like actual movement with the game. Like you're not actually being propelled forward. It's more like just a slight dash diagonally. I want there to be more horizontal movement as you're dashing. So going back into here. So yeah, like you're not really going anywhere. You know what I mean? Like from one side to the other, you're really not going places. You know what I mean? Like you're going half that distance there. It's not that great. It's not that great. Like using this as a scale of how far you're going, it's about the same as you walking from point A to point B. I wish you can go farther or maybe just I don't know, control where you can go better. Other than that, I mean, I eventually like a lot of the echo stuff. I feel like will get updated. Like really, a lot of the echo stuff in terms of how you level them and such like that will change up as you play the game. So I have no real issues with that. Same as weapons, character levels, stuff like that. That's a non-issue for me. I don't really care too much. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. I'm enjoying the game so far. I'll be streaming it later tonight at twitch.tv/heybrett. I'm trying to be somewhat frequent on Twitter. I'll be posting every so often. I'm retweeting, liking every so often. I'm still new to trying to be daily and trying to be as public as possible. My Discord I put always in the description as well. If you want to join, you're more than welcome to. It's always open for everybody to talk about WuWa, Honkai Star Rail, Genshin. I really like those games. I have no real issue. Like, I don't understand why people are so against. Like everyone's warring and fighting about it, but it's just like I can't multiple goats exist all at once, you know what I mean? Like it's weird. It's so bizarre. Like, but anyway, that's it from me. Guys, enjoy the rest of your night, enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe, wash your hands, wash your face. Hit like, hit sub. Greatly appreciate it. I'll be doing my thoughts and experiences after streaming a year of Genshin. It'll be an interesting take because my account is definitely cursed. But yeah, that's it from me. Later, people.